Hi guys, in this video I will be going over the find and defeat the Eidolon adventure type in Dream Cycle. Now in Dream Cycle you always want to go and get the high ground. This is so you can easily ascertain where your enemies are and where resources are and just get a general lay of the land. This is useful for many reasons. So you'll see that I immediately go into the deep mists by accident. This is because I thought, oh, that's uphill, so that's high ground. But deep mists will kill you, so don't do that. Instead, always go for Astral Projection, and this will reveal red and gold auras. Gold auras are treasure chests, and red auras are interactable story beats, as well as enemies. I also want to add, I'm doing post-commentary, just to try something new and to see how it goes. So just watching myself play the game now. It's quite fun, actually. Anyway, so I get up here, get to the high ground, and I see a big building. I see an enemy on the roof. And I also, when I was playing, I didn't notice, but there's a Gug down there. Gugs are one of the enemy types. They are slow, meandering tank enemies. But as long as you are light on your feet, you know, jumping around, using magic, dodging, and whatnot like that, you will be okay. However, this guy does do quite a bit of damage to me. You just saw me use the font of health there to get my health back. That's when I noticed the Gug. I was literally said Gug and then that word. So with Gugs, always open the fights with a weak spot hit and then just let them have it. You'll see he does get me quite good here and does quite a lot of damage, but after that I don't actually get one hit from him. Anyway, so using a combination of swords and the shotgun, I do quite a bit of damage. But the one thing I really recommend is using the Glyph of Fire. That way you can do damage over time and you can reset the fight and you can just, you know, dodge, jump and get out of the way. So even when you're not actually actively engaging with the guy, you can do passive damage. And it does seem that fire does do the most damage against this enemy type. You'll see at the top of the screen there's a bar that says hidden, and once I do get rid of this Gug, that will increase. And that's kind of what you're doing in this adventure type. You are building that Ichor up, which is like the resource. It's not an active resource to bear in mind, but you know, for levels it is. And the more you build up, eventually the Eidolon will manifest. So you see it filled up there. Anyway, so here with perks, Gugs will always drop gold and a perk, and I just unlocked that movement speed too. And for some reason at the moment I have double jump 1 in that slot, so I need to correct that. Get on the roof of that building and engage with the enemy. And this is one of the main things that actually sold this game to me, because I quite like stealth games, and the little skill that Morgan can do really sold it to me. And the way the body of this enemy moves is so funny. They always kind of spin off into the background. It's quite fun.
I need to be quiet.
You'll see that the hidden bar at the top filled up just a little bit as well. It's not instantaneous, but it did fill up, and it did fill up quite a little bit, but it did. I really should have looked before I leapt. When I went in this room, I didn't use the Astral Projection. As you can see, there are 2 enemies. So I'm just thinking about which enemy type to go for first, and I decided to go for the witch. Witches do a lot of magic damage, so I'm just making sure to go for her first. Pay attention to the hidden bar at the top, that will increase, it's increasing now, and there we go, Eidolon has manifested. Even when the Eidolon has manifested, continue to play the adventure, interact with chests, find resources, and deal with enemies. That way you will gain experience points, and you will also continue to weaken the Eidolon. And a weak enemy is a good enemy. This guy, let me have my way with him. So gold, resources,
Take that.
picking up the mana potion. You'll see that I had a sniper rifle. I did pick up a sniper rifle from the previous chest, but when you pick up another gun it will have full ammo, so keep that in mind as well, and I do prefer the shotgun. So again, I'm using the Astral Projection ability just to have a look around, see where I'm going next. I really like Shadow Step. Shadow Step's my favourite spell. It's kind of like Blink from Dishonored, and you can do a lot with it. It's very useful to chain with other moves. And I kind of just go gun-ho into this room with 3 enemies, and I accidentally hit the table with my sword. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so as an aside, you'll see there's always resources on tables and around the floor, and that's like food, so like lettuce and bread. But yeah, and they give you health. So as you see, my health bar's depleted a bit, but by picking up the food, so some food gives you health and some food gives you mana, and that can all be referred to in the Codex as well. It's also a good way to manage your health and not rely on your health tonics, because they are quite the resource. It's good to leave them there as well. Sometimes when you have a fight you might need that quick top up of health, and that's what those resources afford you. Always break open barrels because they will have gold, a weapon, and a tonic or some food. So now I think I'm going to go for the Eidolon. This chest will give me an opportunity to give you some advice when it comes to managing health and mana tonics, as well as your health and mana full stop, really. At the moment I'm maxed out for mana tonics. 4 is the maximum I can currently carry, but I have a little bit of mana missing. So what I suggest you do is, whenever you find one on the floor and you're maxed out, just top up and then pick the mana tonic or the health tonic up. So I get the lay of the land, and here I will just platform around and get to the next part of the adventure. So making use of Shadow Step, double jumping. I just really love the way the movement system allows you to, have absolute freedom. I think that big red aura you see there is the Eidolon, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so the one on the ground. This will eventually, the one I'm about to get, the phone box, that will weaken the Eidolon. Phone boxes and other items provide audio logs which add to the story and lore of Dream Cycle. This doesn't always happen. I must have done something to alert them to my presence, but before I even see the Eidolon, they are alerted to my presence and start firing arrows at me, which was quite fun. You'll see here, you might hear it as well, but you can definitely see an arrow to my left. There we go. And that's what I was referring to with the tonics. See, I use quite a lot of my mana up. I drink the tonic and then I can pick up the next one. And now I'm engaging with the Eidolon. I'm not sure what type of pagan this is. As you'll see, I accidentally opened the pause menu, whereas I actually tried to open the Codex. The Codex is very useful because it will tell you the types of enemies and what their weaknesses are. For the most part, pagans are weak to ranged, and when it says ranged, it means guns, basically. in the end I just decided to screw it and go for the melee shotgun wombo combo instead of relying on magic. And there we go, that's an Eidolon taken care of. They usually drop gold and a tonic, and the splendid chest will spawn, and that will have resources, pieces of the story, a voucher, gold, and a gun. They are quite difficult to use, they are quite difficult to open and go through because items normally spawn on each other, and for some reason they still give you glyphs that you already have unlocked. And just one last thing, I want to make it clear that don't worry about all the pickups like the resources and the treasure, because they remain in the level, in the adventure. So you can come back, you can go through the portal, go back to the Cavern of Flames, return into the same adventure, and they will be available to get. Because sometimes it is annoying going to the top and bottom of the level just to do it all over again to get anything you missed. But I hope that's been useful and you've learned something, and I've gone over the adventure type. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more videos on Dream Cycle.